Good evening, and welcome to Off the Lip, the show about surfing and skateboarding. If you'd like to join the show tonight, give us a call at 831-479-1080. That's 831-479-1080. And now, here are your hosts for tonight's program, Neil Pearlberg and Terry Campion.
And good evening and welcome to the Off the Lip radio show, broadcasting from, can I say it? Or is it trademarked? Santa Cruz, California. Can I say that, Rich? It's
Violation.
Violation. It's a trademark violation.
You got to licensing that.
Already I'm
Already
I'm getting fined. 10 seconds in the show. I owe him 10 grand.
Taxed.
Huh?
You're getting taxed.
I'm getting taxed. Unbelievable. In studio tonight, how long did it take us to get this guy here, TC?
Oh, man.
It took me 15 minutes.
I know it took you 15 minutes.
Yeah.
How long have we been trying to get him on the show?
We've talked about it since we started the show. How long have we had the show?
3 years.
3 years we've been talking about getting
He's
Jason in here.
He's slippery.
Well, he was,
But
remember that one day he was like, can't come in.
I was sick. I don't make that up.
You were sick?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
But let's let everybody know we are on broadcasting live on YouTube with SantaCruzWaves.com and on Facebook Live with Santa Cruz Waves. So if you want to see Rich live,
Looking good, huh? Look at Rich.
I got my TV stuff on.
you didn't shave.
Well, no, that's well, neither did you.
True.
It's the George Michael look.
Hey.
The George Michael look. But before we start, what's that smell?
Oh, man.
Hey, let me just say
What?
You guys, I just want to apologize.
What's the smell?
I'm sorry in advance because it's really bad. I over perfumed. It's Tom Ford Black Orchid.
Tom Ford
Really
Black
good.
Orchid?
It's actually really good.
Are you sponsored by him?
No, they're expensive. So I sprayed him on accident.
This
Yeah.
is the first time I've ever seen you take a bath.
No, I've taken. That's all.
Uh-oh, Chris, the engineer's
Well,
coming
Well, I
in.
think we got a mic up over here, right,
when
Chris?
Quick fact check.
Okay,
here.
when Chris comes
I
in,
don't
it means
shower,
business.
I bathe.
Okay. There he is. Chris, the engineer, everybody.
Yeah,
He
Chris.
makes it
Great
happen.
job, Chris. Thank you very much for that.
Breaking.
We have the
Thanks
studio
for
audience
including
tonight
me
of
today.
the Jason Jessee boards. And also we have Jason
that
just
one.
made a cover of a magazine.
Yeah, he did. We got a shot on the live stream now of the boards. We do have a studio audience.
And by the way,
Back to my bathing.
this show's going all over. this
Oh,
show's
and
all-
I do have here is the
Okay, you
picture
go-
of the new skateboard mag right here.
Okay. You made a cover of... Jason, what cover is this?
The Skateboard magazine.
That's a hell of a move.
It's just coming out. That's a good trick for
Thanks.
sure.
I was unlocking my iPhone with my lips.
And notice the Converse photo incentive on there. Very good.
TC, you have a list of questions over there.
You get
Why
paid
don't
big
you-
bucks for that.
You have a list of questions over there. Why don't you start with question number 1?
My first question. Okay, my first question is interesting because I'm a retailer and we sell stuff with Jason's image and name on it.
Right.
You only
And-
got 15 more minutes.
Okay, and
Wrap this up.
here's the deal. We get a lot of foreigners in our shop, and why do the Japanese love you so much?
Let me answer that question.
Please answer.
Okay, I'm
please.
ready.
Get
I'm
close.
glad you brought that up.
Get
Close
close
to
to
the,
the
close to the microphone, yeah.
That's a good question, isn't it?
It is a good question,
Yeah.
and the reason why is I have never been to Japan. Because if I do go to Japan, the first thing they'll look up and they'll look down and they'll be like, "Oh, he's not 6'4". So that's a fact.
I think mainly it's because you don't have a passport.
No,
Hold
I
it.
have one. I did. I got one.
You seriously have never been to Japan?
No.
Unbelievable.
So listen, the mythos is I've just kept the mythos alive somehow by not going there. It's and
It's a marketing
yeah.
strategy.
That is.
it's a
You
publicity.
keep them in
yeah,
suspense.
It is.
They think you're 6'8",
4.
6'4".
6'4".
170.
Novak, you never let him go to Japan because you knew that you could
No, he-
create something.
I don't think I had anything to do with it. I think he called that one himself. Hey, Jason, we're going to Japan. I'm sick.
And I get sick a lot.
Yeah, well, it's amazing. You're very, very famous in Japan.
But you also have to travel with a crowd, though, don't you? You have to have
To
an
hide.
entourage.
So I can hide.
Yeah.
But this isn't helping.
No.
It's because I'm little and in the crowd, my friends can spot me like, we're leaving these over there.
The nuclear beanie is not happening.
Well, it's
yeah, you
just
can
a
be seen.
beacon.
Well,
Rich,
they-
Rich, when did you first meet him? When did he catch your eye?
He can correct me on this, but my recollection with you were about 16, I think, or 17?
14.
14. And it was your grandmother or mother?
Well, my my grandma.
Grandma.
Yeah,
him
she
and his-
came.
Yeah, him
my
and his-
grandma and my dad came.
Yeah, they came to inspect me
Inspect you?
to see if I was suitable enough to have this guy ride for me. I
Well,
mean,
they were just like, I don't know what they're like, he doesn't realize what he's getting into. This guy, this kid is not too bright.
Well, and Rich, was that a point when you kind of looked like Grizzly Adams, like you were scary as hell looking?
I was a little hairy. I didn't smell like that, but I was hairy.
No, this is good smell. This is a good smell.
So what'd your parents think?
Grandparents.
My dad and grandma loved Rich. Are you kidding? They didn't even like me after that. I'm not even kidding. Like, that's all they could talk about.
Well, they come up and very seriously they look at me, and I've had 2 sets of parents do this, and they look at you and they say, is he going to get paid? And I go, yeah, he gets paid for everything he sells. He says, would you mind having dual signatures on the royalty checks, which I think is unbelievably a good idea.
Yeah.
Both sets of.
When you're 14, that's a child star.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but even 18, I had another one come in.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. After that, we just hit it off and started working with this guy, which was quite an experience.
And how long did that go on for? You were saving money then with the family's help.
Well, real quick, this is where being 14, it didn't help because I ran away from home and moved into my friend Steve Claire's house in San Diego. And I called NHS to get some boards sent to my new address. And they said, no, you don't. You're off the team. I'm like, what do you mean? Your mom called until you go home. I was so mad.
What a great way to get you home.
By my mom, yeah. So I had to go home to get my boards.
No more skateboards until you come home.
That was terrible.
And how you were 14 when you ran away?
Oh, wait, probably, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Why'd you run away?
Oh, it was terrible. I had a perfect upbringing. So I wanted to get away from that perfect upbringing. Orange San Clemente.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to. You really want me to answer that?
Yeah,
question?
I do. Yeah. I mean, I asked the tough questions, right? TC?
Yeah, that's good journalism.
Journalism. The tough questions.
I'm not gonna answer that.
Okay, fine. Who first put a skateboard in your hand?
Well, my dad. It was my brother's. He stole it from my brother, gave it to me, and then I still have it. It's a J. Adams Z Flex. And then I went down this hill in Tustin, and yeah.
Speaking of Jay Adams, I saw Seven the other day.
Yeah, he runs around here all the time.
All right, good. Hope he's doing good. So, what else, Rich? You're here in honor of Jason Jessee.
Well, he's kind of rolling on here.
Huh?
You know? I mean, we hooked up about 14, 15. Yeah. And I did probably say, you got to go home.
Yeah.
Because
no, for sure.
I was more interested in the outcome of you rather than what you think the outcome of you should have been yourself.
I had no idea what it was.
Because you guys are really stupid.
Super stupid.
And
super stupid.
Did you realize at that time, what a dream team Santa Cruz Skateboards had during that time?
Here's what happened was, so I got on Vision on accident, and then all my friends were like, man, you need to call Santa Cruz. You don't fit on this. So I got kicked off Vision, and then I called Santa Cruz, and then they said they were going to have to call me back because they had to talk to everyone, and then they called me back and said, all right, we'll give you a shot.
Was that Tim Primardo? Who did you have to talk to?
Yeah, that was Tim and Steve.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I flew up when I was 14, and Steve Keenan picked me up from the airport, and then I hung out with Rich, and he toured me around Santa Cruz, Capitola. It was like dream come true.
So what has he meant to you in your career?
Every single thing. I mean, you want to keep this thing serious?
Yeah.
Or joking?
No.
Yeah. This is serious. Yeah.
This is serious.
I mean, he's like, I wouldn't. It's whatever. Here I am. So he's everything, for reals. And I've learned a ton of lessons. The first one was like, I asked him, hey, will you? Skateboarding was going in a weird direction, and people were dropping off the team and stuff.
Right.
And I was like. So I went in to talk to him about it. I was like 22 years old or something. And I said, hey, before you kick me off, can you give me like a 6-month, heads up so I can like try to sort it out? Because I basically moved out of my house. I was still 6th grade. Yeah. I still am.
Right.
Seriously.
You're back in 5th now, aren't you? I thought you were in 5th.
Well,
that's 5th team.
Yeah. And he goes, how about right now?
He did.
It's the scariest, best day of my life, though. For real. He just said, how about right now?
And you got 6 months.
I was in his office. Bob was in there, and he pointed to the door, and I can't even explain I've been pulled over by FBI, every type of SWAT team. Nothing compares to, there's the door right there. How about right now? I was just like,
oh my gosh.
It was the worst, best first day of my life.
It's a great piece of advice.
Yeah.
Do you remember that day?
Yeah.
It's the first day I
think
grew up.
was the industry was taking a cycle turn.
Yeah.
And everybody thought that they were more important than the cycle. You know, they didn't understand the concept.
Yep.
And so how else do you instill it in somebody than just, sure, see you later.
It was perfect though. It was perfect. Couldn't have been a better situation.
And you listened to him ever since.
Yeah.
A couple times I went off track and I had to pull them back on track.
For real.
Can you name one? Can you name one of those times?
I'd rather
What do you
not.
mean? No.
Wait, I
What do
do.
you
I
know?
recall a Novak story you told me one time about Jason. It was about traveling and how he traveled.
Well, he travels very
Oh,
uniquely.
you tell that story, TC.
yeah, no, Rich got
He
it.
traveled light. I remember he traveled
I still
light.
do.
Yeah, he travels about like that.
Right. And why is he?
Well, that's why I said when Japan, he needed an entourage.
Oh,
Because he
that
needed
makes
somebody
sense.
to take him stuff. He stashes his stuff in all the
Other
other team
people's
riders' bags and his boards and everything. Then he puts his dirty laundry in Steve Alba's bag because Steve Alba's the only one dumb enough to carry his dirty laundry.
And that was considered the trash can, anyways. So.
Yeah, and I thought that was really cool.
That's
I was in
great.
Europe one time. I goes, "Where's your bag?" He goes, "I don't know, bag's over here." That's what it is.
Well, because like
I said, "We're going to go out to dinner tonight, Jason. You got to get a shirt, man." He goes, "He's gone."
yeah, because I couldn't get in his room, and we're going like this.
Smart way to travel.
It was easy.
Okay, can we go to break, TC?
Yeah, let's do it.
No, guess what? We're sponsored by a bank.
Really?
Yes.
We're moving up.
They should bring some samples.
How about that? How about that? Sponsored by a bank. Lighthouse Bank sponsors this show. This portion of the show is brought to you by then. A Lighthouse Bank member FDIC, serving the communities of Santa Cruz since 2007. Lighthouse Bank encourages and supports our employees' efforts in the community where they provide matching funds for donations made by their employees and provide thousands of dollars in donations to local nonprofits throughout the county. It's rated the 5th healthiest bank in the nation for 2016. How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
Rated 5-star superior by Bauer Financial. They provide all the convenience of modern technology with satisfaction of premier customer service, and they smell good. And they invite you to stop in and meet the team and learn how they're helping local businesses, nonprofits, and families prosper. And yes, their president serves. That's Lighthouse Bank at lighthousebank.net. This portion of the show is brought to you by Jeff Winterhalder
Boom.
from North Bay Ford.
Drove my Ford here tonight.
Jeff's a great guy.
Took up the whole drive parking lot.
It's
too.
big.
I think it's huge,
They make
dude.
Ford makes some big vehicles.
If you want a big Ford vehicle or a small Ford vehicle, go see Jeff Winterhalder.
You got it.
Ford. Neil and TC here with Jason Jessee. Finally,
Woo!
after 3 years,
Bam.
Mr. Rich Novak. Be right back. It's a very short break. Don't go away. And don't forget, everybody, we're still live right here on Facebook.
We got a cranny here too.
Okay.
Granny's here.
Good morning, Santa Cruz. Hi, it's Julie from Toyota of Santa Cruz. And I understand that you guys are sick of my ad. Well, guess what? So am I. So they drugged me down here to make a new one. And I'm supposed to tell you how great our dealership is. Why? Because it is. We're selling cars like crazy. New Tacoma, the 4Runner. We have over 500 new cars in stock. What else do you want me to tell them? How cute I look right now? We are the proud sponsors of Off the Lip. We've been their sponsors since day one. We appreciate all the business from the skateboard and surf community in Santa Cruz, and I am always here for you guys. Anytime you need something, just come to the dealership. Ask for me. I'm in the fish tank on the showroom. Can't miss me. I'll make sure you get a sweet deal. My name is Julie Frigoli, General Sales Manager at Toyota of Santa Cruz. Highway 1 at 41st Avenue in Capitola.
This is Brother Timmy,
And Cleo from Cleo's Corner at Pono Hawaiian Grill.
featuring wraps, teriyaki bowls, plate lunches, amazing and creative salads, vegetarian and gluten-free options, and over 20 different types of poke, all made to order, fast, fresh, and healthy. And what's your favorite, Khalil?
The chicken fingers.
Located at 120 Union Street in downtown Santa Cruz. Call us for takeout at 831-426-PONO, or check us out on the web at ponohawaiiangrill.com. We put the ono in Pono.
And we're back with the Off the Lip Radio Show every Tuesday night, 7 8 p.m. If you missed the show, or if you're watching the World Series or the Warrior game, catch the show tomorrow on offthelipradio.com. If you want to call in and let's talk to the sweet-smelling Jason Jessee, the phone number is 831-479. 1080.
Boom.
831-479-1080. Caller number 3 gets free coffee. You can't call Jason. Caller number 3 gets free coffee from People's Coffee, right up the street, 7th and Bromer.
Thank you,
Or
Curtis.
17th and Bromer.
Curtis is the best.
Yeah,
Yep.
Curtis.
Kicks it down every week. Even when he doesn't,
We're
I give it
talking
away.
to the coffee king here right now. I'm slapping People's Coffee. Curtis, we love you, man. Yes.
Can
What?
you hear me when I push this?
No, no, I can't.
Is that your secret now?
Jason,
He's like, what was that? Push the button.
The push is when you swear. You got to push that real quick.
Yeah.
So if you swear, you got to push that first, then swear.
No swearing.
No,
Let it off.
Hey, and our little break actually brought a great segue to the show because we were just showing on Facebook Live some deck graphics, and I had a question because you have some pretty iconic deck graphics in the world of skateboarding. One being the Guadalupe, another one, in my opinion, being the Neptune, as far as like Hall of Fame skateboard graphics. My question is, how did you come up with those, or Rich, or whoever was involved in that?
It was the Neptune was Mark Mahoney tattooed on my back. I laid on the copy machine for Jim Phillips. Rich might have helped hold me up because I was chubby. And then
you chubby? How much did you
My
weigh?
back hurts.
Let's not talk about that. Hey, so then Jim
So
Phillips.
that was a tattoo before a graphic.
Yeah.
Is it on your back?
Yeah.
Okay, take your shirt off. Let's go.
No, we'll get down the break.
I just got my nips pierced. Sorry.
There's young women here. Let's not get.
Rich, do you have a tattoo?
No. The closest I came to a tattoo was
He's way too hardcore.
on
for
Hotel
that.
Street in Honolulu in 1960. We were all really screwed up when we were going to get Black Widows tattooed on our legs.
Yeah.
I'm getting one.
And
But
I'm
you were there with
standing-
Novak, with Hout?
No, it was, I think Doug was with me. A couple other, there was about 6 of us. We were just kind of ripped. We were 18. So
Yeah.
I'm leaning against the wall, and everybody's going in to get a tattoo, and I lean against this door, and it flies open, and I fall in, and it's a massage parlor. So
Got a massage
I'm
instead.
the only guy that didn't get a tattoo.
You got a massage instead?
Well,
I don't know why. I passed out. I woke up the next morning.
good answer.
Did Doug get one?
No, I don't think Doug was with us. It was
Speaking of, really quickly, speaking of Doug Howe, I saw Brianna the other day. She's still pissed off at him.
We'll talk about that another
Yeah, we'll
time.
talk about that another time.
but she lied. We told the truth.
Okay, well, hold it.
Two
We
question
got to
number
get
two.
back to it. We got Neptune.
I
That
like
was
this story way better than my stupid story. My story's boring.
so the massage parlor. Let's get back to that. No.
Yeah, for real.
So then, Neptune tattoo, Guadalupe,
Yeah, and then Jim Phillips drew it. There it is, and it's here it is today.
and so he just we weren't like, hey, I have this vision for a board at that time.
Well, we kind of just, that was the vision.
I think the Guadalupe came because you were kind of going into that area.
That was actually Dave Friel came up with that idea.
But it's kind of going.
Yeah.
You were going
For
kind of
real.
going ghetto on that one.
I was going
Yeah,
a
you
little
were
ghetto
going
on that. Yeah.
Okay,
It's true.
I gotta interrupt you guys. I gotta take this call right here. Sid from Newport, Rhode Island. Sid Abruzzi's on the phone.
The package.
So the package is on the phone.
The package.
Sid, you there, buddy?
I don't believe it's him.
How's it going, everybody?
Sounds like
How are you? You
Good, everything good. I sent Jason a little text today, told him to be himself on the radio. Don't be scared.
Yeah, and it just made
And,
me more nervous.
Yeah, and I just want to keep just calling quick and say it was mid to late '80s. Jason came into Newport, Rhode Island on a Santa Cruz tour, and he bumped into me and Freddie Smith, and we've been friends for over 25 years, and he's one of the coolest people on the planet, if not the coolest person on the planet. And it's an honor to know and hang with Jason when I can.
And it's past your bedtime for sure right now.
Sid's way past Sid's bedtime.
I'm actually laying in bed. I'm laying in bed.
He's in
I
bed.
know he took a nap and then got up for this.
I'm Jason, you know me.
I go
I'm laying
to
in bed.
hey, I should be in bed in 20 minutes from now. So we're on the same page.
What's it? He's smelling good, Sid. What's the deal with the perfume?
Do
you know about that?
Don't bring that up to Sid.
No?
Come on.
No, I don't know
Let's-
anything.
Come on.
I think I can smell it over the
I know.
phone,
You
though.
guys,
I'm telling you.
this is the wrong person
He
to talk
smells
to
it through the radio.
Coming over the airwaves.
Real quick, Sid Cranny says hi. He's here with us.
Cranny's here.
It's like, I don't know who Cranny is. Alex Horn, Cranny.
Sid, thanks for calling, buddy.
Hung up.
Okay.
We love you. We love you,
Sid.
We love the Border Brothers.
Baby.
All right, Sid.
Sid, come on out to Santa Cruz again, right?
Yeah, come on, Sid.
I'm getting there.
I know.
Me and Jason will go on the show together.
All right.
Hey, all right.
Good. That'll be a good show. Thanks, buddy. See ya. We got Jed from Santa Cruz. Hey, Jed, how you doing?
Good, how are you guys?
Good. What's up?
Right on. I was just calling in to say what up to Jason Jessee, dude. You were one of my favorite skaters growing up as a kid. Thanks for everything you've done for skateboarding, dude. You rock.
All right, cool. Thanks,
Yeah,
Jed, for calling me.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Well, yeah.
Right
thank
on.
you. Hell yeah. That rules.
That's you got a fan out there. You got one.
Thank you. I
And he thinks
appreciate
he's.
that.
I think Jed thinks you're 6'4" too.
I know.
Question number 2, TC. You got a list of questions there. Head him up to the microphone.
This one actually came from my wife.
Okay.
She thinks you're kind of buffed.
Really?
Yeah, and so yeah, she
does.
Yeah, yeah. she said she's seen you like had muscle. You know, you're muscular.
No, I can do.
I know he's buffed out. So fitness. I mean, let's be serious.
Yoga.
About this.
Yep.
You're pretty fit. How important is that to your life, and what do you do?
Has it been to Rich's life?
Rich
He's
is
the best
yoked.
example ever since I was little. Like he's Tai Chi. He taught when I was like 18. He's like, get rolfing, get all those scar tissue worked out, everything. And I would see him randomly when I was like just out of my mind, just in the middle. I was like 4 mile and he rode by on his bike. I seen him like 3 or 4 times in the middle of nowhere, and I'm like, I'm serious. Like he's the best example. He's one of the best examples for how you gotta stay in shape. Look, he looks like he's 40.
Well, I mean,
For
look
reals.
at the skateboard mag came out today. You got the cover and a 2-page spread, and you can't do that without being fit. So
Yeah,
what's
it hurts.
What's your normal routine besides skating all the time?
Well, so since I asked him about jogging and stuff, and he said you're gonna blow your knees out, and it's true. After a few years, stuff's getting weird. So I got a bike. So I've been biking and doing broga with my friends. That's dudes.
Yoga with the bros.
Broga.
Broga.
Yeah, because if you go alone to yoga, you're just a creep. Because I always go in the back, so you're just like getting nothing done. I'm like, oh Jesus. So with your friends are there, they catch you.
Neil
flipping,
knows that.
so-
Neil's in the back.
No,
row all the time.
TC. I'm in the front row, TC. I go front row of Pure Power Yoga.
Never seen you.
Front
we don't
row,
go to the same
baby.
studio anymore.
I think I've seen you there, but
At Pure Power Yoga?
He's the one in the tights.
No. Oh, here we go. This is it.
Soccer shorts.
no. I go to yoga and I do stairs and burpees and stuff. And I go to yoga in exactly what you see. I wear my socks, I wear these shorts, and I just wear a tank top. And every time they're like,
What is this guy
but
wearing?
I mean, I just do my thing and bail.
But fitness is important to you, and it shows.
Super important. And eating right too. You know, you have to eat right. I don't party, so I mean, I did for a few years, 9 years maybe.
Yeah.
It was not
Quit
easy.
that.
It's not easy.
When you get your nipples pierced, did it hurt?
Right after I got my chest waxed. Still rashy.
Hey, you know that was something I was going to ask you is because, I mean, you're kind of like moderation in life when it comes to like partying. You've had your fast times. Advice to kids that there's kids who look up to you for what you're doing right now. Here you are, the cover of the magazine, fit.
Well,
like,
Not
there's
party.
No,
That's
there's
not-
no success story.
no,
with
I
partying.
know, but how about a couple? 'Cause there's a lot of kids listening right now that look up to you, and they're gonna have peer pressure in their life, and there's tons of pressure to do dumb stuff. A couple words of advice. What
You
would
just
you
have
give
to
them?
follow your heart and passion and stuff, and give, like what you just can't get hung up on kooks. Just like who cares? Like you just got to do your thing. Like I would go out to parties to crack up at how retarded my friends were. Like, and they were just the perfect example. How about before you start partying, go watch your friends while they're partying and be like, oh. And then you can pull behavioral tricks on them, behavioral tests on them,
Right.
and they'll fail. But it's funner, way funner. And then, yeah, I don't know.
He's always been, I met him at 14, he's always had his head on pretty straight for all that stuff.
Yeah. Did you help with that?
I just keep, I don't have to help.
Right.
He's always been pretty cool. I mean, there's a couple times where he got out there, but
Yeah.
you can't. It's like I say, you walk down the path of life, and every once in a while you come to a fork in the road,
Right.
and you wander down that fork,
Right.
And Jason took a little bit of trip, and he said, "Nah, I didn't like that one." Came back and went down.
Exactly, and his example speaks louder than words. So, and it's almost like with Rich, it's almost like you never want to disappoint your dad type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you never want to let him down. So he's like the best example of, you never want to blow it. Like he told me the tow truck was up because I parked in the fire lane
out front
at NHS, and instead of like getting mad that he's having my car towed, I was like, I'm gonna try to.
I've never seen him move so fast in my life.
And I was gonna take it. I was gonna be like, no problem. I just want to know where I gotta go pick up my truck. Never park there again. I don't. You never want to blow it.
Right.
I don't want to blow it.
Which is actually a great segue to my next question. Is you're a car nut?
Mm.
And I mean, but you've always had.
I'm like a food snacker.
Well,
I snack
on cars.
No, I just snack. I snack.
Well,
a lot.
between the bikes and the motors and stuff, you've always have had unique stuff. Somebody influenced you in that.
It just goes back to father figure stuff. My dad, Rich's has cool Chevys. Jim Phillips, like just people in your life growing up, and then my dad always had motorcycle and cars, so it was just kind of in my face. I have one of my dad's Hemis. I am at the shop, 392
right.
Imperial. He had it for 40 years. He used to start it on the garage floor. So I still have my 50 Chevy. I blew it and sold the Suburban.
Well, that was kind of like that was the only car I've ever wanted, and
I know.
I told Jason when he gets ready to sell it to me, and then he just snaked me right out of the bottoms. I was just almost devastated.
I was out of my mind.
You devastated Novak.
I was out of my mind then. But I know, right? I blew it.
And then I always see your love for motorcycles.
Yeah, like I grew up. I've had my motorcycle license since I was 16, and then my dad got me a motorcycle when I was 4, and then they're just really fun. It's like it's skateboarding,
right?
It's motorcycles. They're fun. I mean, not for any other reason except for I'm a motorcycle enthusiast.
Is it weird for you to see it like so prevalent now?
I just really don't even pay attention.
Because it is.
It's
but
great.
People are super into it.
That's cool.
And have you ever fallen standing on a bike?
No, almost. But I've crashed a lot, and I've walked away from every one of them. Crashed.
I got a tough question for you. You ready?
Yeah.
What are you going to be when you grow up?
I haven't decided yet.
You haven't decided?
No. I haven't decided.
What do you think he's going to be, Rich, when he grows up?
To me, he's probably more mature than I am.
No way. That's amazing.
I'm not going going anywhere there.
Well,
wow. I'm going to have to process that one.
Richard's about as young at heart as anybody.
Yeah. I just want to let everyone know that listen to the Off the Lip Radio Show right here on KSCO. With our guest tonight is Mr. Jason Jessee, along with this is like his 8th time on the show.
Let's get him on here every time.
Yeah.
Mr. Rich Novak, who's also sat in this chair and was hosting. That was a good show, too.
Yeah, that was interesting because I hadn't seen Kenny for 50 years.
That was a great show. Kenny Tilton, that was a
This guy
great
came
show.
into
If
town
you want to
50
call in
years.
tonight, the phone number is 831-479-1080.
Scout.
Scout, call in. Anybody else wants to call in?
My kid?
Who else is supposed to call in? Yeah.
Really?
Who else is going to call in? Someone else is going to call in. I forget.
Hey, do you have chickens?
Oh, yeah, the chickens.
Yeah.
Can we come back? We're going to commercial first. Real quickly, this portion show is brought to you by Surf City Sandwich. TCO was there today.
You better ease off.
I went with the. No, I didn't touch the chips. I went with the tuna sandwich. Have you been there, Rich?
Oh yeah, he's been there.
Surf City Sandwich is pretty good.
The
Fig,
chips.
That's Fig's place, right?
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah,
Yeah,
really
it's
good.
good.
Had the clam chowder and the ahi tuna sandwich.
Well, thanks, Fig, for supporting the show.
I also want to make a just further announcement on last week, with the Eckharts came on. Kids, do not get anywhere near that stuff.
You know,
that spice.
I cried during that show. I
cry
will
during that
admit it. I actually cried on the radio.
Right, but let's remind all the kids out there: do not go anywhere near that spice crap.
And if you didn't catch last week's show, watch it.
Exactly.
And ice cream.
We'll be right back at this very short break. Don't go away. This is Neil TC here with Jason Jessee, Mr. Rich Novak.
Attention surfers and paddleboarders. Don't let cold water or cold air take you out of the water for 5 to 6 weeks. Protect your ear canals with custom-made earplugs. The Listening Stack in Capitola is now offering custom earplugs molded to fit your ears perfectly, comfortably protecting your ear canals from the harsh elements of the Pacific Ocean. Stop messing with universal earplugs that don't work and try something that does. Mention Off the Lip Radio and receive an extra $20 off any custom molded earplugs in our store. The Listening Stack is located at the corner of Capitola Avenue at 41st. The Listening Stack. Protect, enhance, enjoy. 831-498-9890.
Hey, it's Fran from Steamer Lane Supply, a new snack stop located across the street from Steamer Lane in Lighthouse Field. Healthy and quick food, great organic coffee, house-made soft drinks, and surf essentials like wax, leashes, and sunblock are available to fuel your stoke. 5% discount if you're in your wetsuit, and there's even a menu just for dogs. Hours are Tuesday through Sunday, 7:30 to 7. Look for our food truck on the weekends, serving great fish tacos. And we're on Facebook and Instagram at Steamer Lane Supply. Hope to see you out there.
This is Numa and Isaac from Aloha Island Grill. Well, summer's right around the corner here in Santa Cruz, and that means one thing. It's time to come get your grind on at the Aloha Island Grill.
Come over to Aloha Island Grill and eat some food.
We're located on the corner of Portola and 17th Avenue, and we've got a beautiful lanai for you to come sit out on. We've got a fine assortment of plate lunch, fresh ahi poke, and other wonderful treats for you to enjoy.
My favorite food at Aloha Island Grill is Kalua Pig.
We've got ice-cold beer and wine for those hot summer days, and try some of our homemade POG, Passion Orange Guava Juice. It's delicious. For to-go orders, give us a call at 479-3299. Find us on the web at alohaislandgrill.com or come on down to 1700 Portola Drive. Aloha Island Grill is a proud member of Think Local First.
And we are back with the Off the Lip Radio Show right here on KSCO. I want to thank the Steamer Lane Supply, TC, Fran out there.
Fran's awesome. I met Fran and we talked the other day.
She got great. I had some breakfast. I had the brecadelia, something like that. The breakfast quesadilla. It was so good.
I saw on social media she congratulated John Florence like right off the bat. I was like, hey, she's on it.
Congratulations to John Florence too, by the way.
Yeah.
Killing it.
You sure eat a lot.
No, I'm not commenting what you. I'm not making any comebacks with you.
Did Scout really call in?
No. Jason.
Scout's on the phone right here.
Oh, boy.
This is all these mixed messages.
Okay, really quickly, we have Scout on the phone. Scout, good evening. How are you?
Good. Hi, bud.
Hey, hi. How you doing?
Hey, Scout. Thanks for calling in.
What's up?
Scout, were you pressured into calling in?
Yeah, who pressured you? Who paid you?
I might have been.
So, Scott, Neil, go for it.
No, TC, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, Scott, we really want to dig up some good dirt on Jason.
Good dirt.
Yeah, good dirt. We figured we'd contact you first.
Okay.
Yeah, Scott.
She's got the same vocabulary as Jason.
Great. Hey, Scout.
Maybe there's too much. Where do we start?
Now, okay, just explain to the audience who Scout is, please.
You're not going to put on restriction. You're not going to get grounded.
Okay.
You can say whatever you want.
How old is Scout?
23?
She's 23. Of course she's not going to get grounded.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Is he a good dad? Is he a good dad?
Oh, he's the best dad ever.
I mean, that's exactly what she's gonna say.
Why is he? Why? Okay, Scout.
I give her $100 for
Scout. Why do you? Hey, Scout. Why do you think that the Japanese are in love with your dad?
Wait, why are the Japanese in love with my dad?
Yeah.
He's tall.
He's never been there.
How can you not? He's the best person ever.
I don't. Because I smell good.
Well, why is he? Okay, that's okay. That being said, why does he smell so good?
He never wants to offend.
Tom Ford.
Tom Ford.
Tom Ford.
Yeah.
Tom Ford.
Black Orchid.
Who's Tom Ford? Wait, who is Tom Ford?
Tom Ford's he's the hot designer guy.
Smell good.
Yeah.
People after they hug you.
Do you know who Tom Ford is, Rich?
My wife bought some Tom Ford sunglasses. They're like $300, and they're
cheap
sunglasses. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're super expensive, and they're like plastic sunglasses.
$300 a pair of sunglasses?
More, probably more. That's what she told me she paid. Who knows what she paid?
Jason, would you pay $300 for a pair of sunglasses? No.
No.
I don't wear sunglasses.
Jason rides for Madsen, and the most expensive pair of glasses they make are $70.
Is that cheap?
That's a great price. Hey, Scout, I got a question for you, and I want you to promote your. I know you like to design clothing, and you sell it online sometimes. Is that what you do?
Yes.
Okay.
And if somebody's interested in your designing and your clothing you sell, where would they find it?
It's on my Instagram. There's a Etsy. It's called Heartbreaker Vintage.
All right, hype it up, Jason. Come on, help your daughter out here.
What?
Let's go. It's really hard to hear sometimes because there's like all your guys'
I was just gonna be
voices,
like, she graduated junior lifeguards.
Oh, she did? She graduated junior lifeguards?
I was like,
I did want to say one thing though,
Please.
because I was watching earlier.
Yeah.
When you asked what his advice about like when people kid party or whatever.
Yeah.
Here's where it gets real.
And then one thing you guys, I was watching. Sorry, Papa.
No, it's okay.
How he's always been exposed to like cars and motorcycles or whatever.
Yep.
I think advice for kids or like the younger generation or like to not party or whatever is like I got exposed to him. I got exposed to cars and motorcycles and his skateboarding and everything. For the kids, you should have a lust for life like he always has. And have passions and hobbies and shit like that, and then you don't want to party or whatever because that's how he lives his life.
That's
and
very
it's
well
the
said.
best advice ever.
Wonderful
I
said.
think-
Thank you very much.
Scout, I want to say thanks for calling in because that's some of the best advice we've had a caller give us. So I want to say thanks.
Hey, Scout, this is Rich. Do you have a website?
Bye.
Do you have a website, Scout?
It's Etsy and it's Heartbreaker on my.
Heartbreakers Vintage.
Okay.
Heartbreakers Vintage, or it's on your Instagram. There's a link
All
on
right.
Etsy. Yeah.
Thank you, Scout. Thank you, my dear, for calling.
Love you, buddy.
You know what? Next time we have Scout on the radio.
Yeah, that
she's
was awesome.
good.
She's
You know?
Huh?
She's cool.
Yeah, she's very cool.
Well, you know what? That's
She's adorable.
insane advice because you have so many passions that if you just pay attention to your passions,
There's a
why do you
balance.
need to party?
That's
right?
true, yeah.
It's like
I just want to get as much out of life as I can. And I balance it with stuff, humor, and then just things to stay busy. You got to stay busy. Cause
right.
if you're not busy, you start going crazy.
CC, is he old enough for the decade question?
You know,
Is he?
can we
senior
ask
enough?
his age on the radio?
That's not very. That's rude. I mean, do you? Yes. I mean, and look at me as like a lady.
Okay. We're not going to
Smell
ask
good.
Jason's
Don't
age.
ask
Smell
me my
good.
age.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, because you've
Height
been
or age, I'm
because
not-
you've been skateboarding, we're going to say for a solid 3 decades.
Yeah.
We're going to ask you, and we ask some of our senior guests,
Right.
what their favorite decade is and why.
Well, probably the 80s and now. And why? The 80s were the late 70s, and 80s is when I got into it, and I got to see the birth of everything, everything kind of came of age from 20 or 13 skateboarders to 13 skateboarders or 15 skateboarders to now it's like 5,000 that
Right.
matter. you
Right.
know?
If you were able to go watch one skateboarder skate, who would it be?
Just probably Neil Blender back when, Neil or Mark Gonzalez.
Okay.
And and Steve Olson going back farther.
Yeah.
But
Steve Olson came on the show. That was we're gonna get him back. He was great.
Yeah, he's incredible. He's like the most interesting man alive. Still,
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a character.
He's important. He's an important person in skateboarding. Very important.
He's got a similar story as Jason does, except they kind of parted ways at a certain age. They kind of separated, but in the beginning, both superior athletes, both totally focused, and both really good skaters.
Yeah. Is that what you've noticed about him most? First of all, when he's 14, or throughout the years, is his focus? Because you can see it in him.
Yeah, you don't really like to sponsor kids that young,
right?
Because it kind of destroys them. You want to wait till they get a little bit more mature, they can grasp it. Because we like to keep skaters for really a long time.
Right.
Olson, same thing. He could have been a second baseman for the Dodgers. He was that good of an athlete.
What is the score in the World Series?
Well, you know,
anybody got the score in the World Series
Cleveland's
game?
ahead by 3.
What's that?
Cleveland's ahead.
Oh, they
by
are.
3.
Well,
Okay.
not to talk about Olsen too much, but wasn't it you that said that he would show up at a contest, not warm up or anything, drop in, take a run, and win?
It's a natural.
Like everyone warms up all day.
I couldn't never do that either.
Yeah, you do.
I never warmed up. 15 minutes a day. That's it.
Well, I know. You just would do the same thing. You just go up there and turn it on.
I couldn't help it.
That's what Steve did.
If not, you burn yourself out and stuff, and you lose interest. You just have to hit it immediately, and that's it, and then get out.
You still got a vert ramp in your backyard?
Yeah, but it's not my backyard.
Oh.
It's just front yard.
Keep you in shape. Keeps you in shape.
You
stay in shape.
You still skate vert.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's like
Steve Olson does too. My favorite sessions is Steve Olson. Lance at Artos. It's Cranny's been there. It's Olson's still Cranny knows. My favorite sessions ever are at Artos with Lance, Olson, Dan Rogers, and Cranny. My favorite.
When you went into Novak's office and he said, you said, when's my 6 months? And he said, right now.
Yeah.
Was that during that time when the shapes of skateboards changed so dramatically?
Everything, yeah. Everything changed dramatically.
How did you got through it?
Yeah.
But how did you get through? What was like your mind?
You just never go through a midlife pro crisis. You just keep doing what you're doing your whole life.
Right.
If you're into it, you're into it.
Well, you probably went through a period where you weren't getting paid, but you were still skateboarding because you loved to skateboard.
Yeah, I mean, you're juggling relationship dilemmas and your just life dilemmas, but skateboarding was the main focus.
Amazing.
No matter what, like
it went really a hard transition at that era. I mean, it
was like
it had like seasickness to it.
Yeah,
it couldn't really settle down. It was just all over the board, and the guys that maintained their course ended up in a good place. The guys that didn't or tried to convert too fast and didn't have that ability got in trouble.
You said the best time for you is today. Is it because skateboarding is healthy today? I'm going to ask you that question and ask Rich that question. Is skateboarding healthy today? And TC, you own a store. I mean,
I'll talk about that.
You know?
Yeah, it's certainly healthy. It's actually, it's just a good it's a good body motion exercise for kids. It's got all the properties. It's like surfing, but all the time.
Right.
Yeah, it's surfing without
needing the ocean.
It's surfing right now. It's like skateboarding right now.
Right.
You just go to skateboard.
When we started this thing in the 50s and 60s making skateboards, we were always trying to put the ocean on the concrete.
Yeah.
To do those moves like you could do on a surfboard.
Right.
And it kind of drifted away from that for a while, but it's the same thing.
Right.
It's just my nephews are 10, 14, and 17, and if they're not surfing, they're skating. If they're not skating, they're boogie boarding. It's blang, blang, blang down the line.
Right. I mean, we're going to talk about this. We talked about that with Sean Dollar. Plus, we're going to talk about in the future concussions in surfing, and kids not playing football anymore. It's just the football's on the decline. Do you see concussions in skateboarding, or
Sure.
You see not too many, right?
Well, the worst part was when they started skating the pools and they didn't learn how to use the transitions to roll out of them. So what they were doing is landing flat on the bottom of the pools. And then Salba and Olson figured out if they hit the transition, they would take the fall out. So that means they could go higher and better, and then they could come down on the transition. Before that, they were landing on the flat.
Right.
And you saw a lot of concussions from that.
TC, you selling a lot of boards to kids nowadays?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Kidding me?
It's more than ever, right?
Well, it's skateboarding's affordable. Let's be serious. But maybe they're not buying wakeboard boats or dirt bikes, but they'll buy Johnny $150 skateboard and tell him to go play out front, and mom and dad are in the back.
We're gonna go to commercial real quick. This is Neil and TC with the Off the Lip Radio Show, broadcasting live on Facebook Live with Santa Cruz Waves. We're on YouTube right now at SantaCruzWaves.com. This portion of the show is brought to you by the Beach Guy, TC. Beach Guy's been supporting this show since day one.
He's amazing.
Yeah, love
Thank
Steve
you, Steve
and Diana.
Yep.
Appreciate, and also this portion of the show is brought to you by Dave Spencer with Santa Cruz Subaru.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking for one of those things right now.
A Subaru?
Cross Tech, yeah.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
Should we hook you up with Dave?
Yeah, that thing's. I want one of those.
Can we hook you up with Dave?
Yeah, we should.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll hook you up with Dave. Spencer,
Where
it
are you
right
gonna
there.
put it?
Corner 41st. Where are you going to put it? Huh?
Well, see.
Where are you putting it?
That's a personal question.
Gee, any Christmas. Neil TC here with the Healthy Radio Show. We're right back with Face Show Breakdown. Go away.
I love that. Where are you going to put it?
Hi, this is Tim Loslot, head golf professional at De La Viega Golf Course. Please come out and enjoy De La Viega for all it has to offer. Besides first-rate golf, De La Vega is now offering disc golf starting November 9th. Every Wednesday and Sunday, you can play disc golf on the ball golf course for a small fee. Tee times are after 1:30 on these 2 select days. As we approach the holiday season, don't forget to mark your calendars for the annual De La Vega Sip and Shop. This year's fun-filled evening will happen on Friday, December 2nd. Our early sale begins at 11 a.m. and runs until 4 p.m. Our lively evening show starts at 5 p.m. and lasts until 8 p.m. Come out and enjoy live music and purchase the ever-popular De La Vega driving range card for that special someone. And don't forget to visit us on the web at www.delaviegagolf.com. Ho, ho, ho.
Chill Out Cafe on 41st Avenue, Santa Cruz is not just a block from some of the world's best surf, but it is also where you can go relax and order the tastiest grub before and after your sesh. Plump burritos, fresh salads, sky-high sandwiches, and a superb selection of hot and cold drinks. They have something for you. Go to chilloutcafesantacruz.com to view their menu, and to place your order to go, call 831-477-0543. Chill Out Cafe, where they roll the fatties.
And we're
It's
back.
like my first time back.
He says he's going to come back, TC.
I love it. That's awesome.
With Scout.
He should bring Scout.
Well, we got to ask
should.
Scout.
Yeah.
Blow up her business a little bit.
23, I
Well,
can't.
you got Granny up here, and you got Jason. Maybe bring another couple
of
team guys in here and have
a Santa Cruz,
Santa Cruz
skateboard
session. Not so much a Santa Cruz.
Is
skateboard
Olsen
team,
coming
just-
back to town soon?
We can get Lee in
You
here.
never know.
Schmitty.
You never know, right?
Can we get an
Yeah.
OJ show in here?
Yeah, it's a great
Absolutely.
idea.
OJ show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lee
absolutely.
and
Okay.
Schmitty.
How about next week?
Well, we just have to coordinate people's
Schedules.
Because Superior Court Judge Ari Simon's supposed to come on the show next week, and I
Oh.
don't know if she's coming or not.
All right. Well, possibly next week we're doing an OJ show, whether we like it.
Well, we don't know.
Well,
We
we're
don't
gonna-
know. I
we're-
talked to
we're
Jeff.
gonna-
We don't know yet.
Yeah, we're gonna
It's
get
up in
some
the air.
dates. We're gonna
All
get
right.
some dates because
It's up in the air.
Get busy. People get busy.
When's the
these days.
Expendable show?
The Expendables are coming on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving.
Wow.
I always talk to those guys. They're all ready to go. Rich, what are you doing with him next? He's under your umbrella. What's he doing for you next?
He's just cruising along.
He's just being Jason?
Yeah.
Jason is. He's got his boards are selling. He's doing his traveling. I don't know where you're going next. Japan.
Never.
Why don't you go to Japan?
Oh, we're supposed to. Yeah.
You going to Japan?
Nah, well,
We can get you some we can get you some platform soles. We can get you some
I want to. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
You know, I just wanted to bring something up real quick. Because today I was talking to my friend Kevin, and local shredding skateboarder, and I told him you're coming on the show, and he said something so interesting to me. He goes, Jason's an icon.
Wow.
That's what he said today.
That's amazing.
Because
I don't believe that.
there's legends in skateboarding, and this is what he said. He goes, like, Bob Burnquist might be a legend someday, but Bob's not an icon.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, wow, and it made sense to me because, and I attribute to you how you've stayed true to yourself.
Don't you have to be like 16 up to be an icon?
No.
I mean, there's an icon right there.
If you look at Jason,
Yeah.
he's got 4 to 5 decades into skateboarding. If you take the decades,
Right. Since
he
14
coulda hit
years
the
old.
end of
Yeah.
the 70s, but
For
he's
real.
got 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, and the teens.
Right. Right.
Well, when I heard icon,
Are you that old?
I
Are you that
said
old?
yeah. I said yes.
No, I didn't think so.
He started when he was 14.
I know.
So
Yeah.
right
Actually,
for
no,
Rich.
he started
when I was-
skating a lot younger.
Right, but being
Yeah.
sponsored.
But my life started when I was 14.
When you first saw him skate at 14 years old, what did you think?
What did I think?
Yeah, what did you see? What did you see?
Just sign him.
Just immediately?
No, there's certain people that you see skate, and there's people like looking at Tony Hawk at that age, you'd go, I don't know. There's not a lot of personality there.
Right.
If you looked at Jason, he had all the stuff.
Right.
He had the athletic ability, which is number 1.
Right.
And then he had a personality, which is number 2. And
Right.
it was a unique personality because
Right.
we had unique people on our. We had the Dwayne Peters and
Yeah.
Steve Olsons and
Caballero.
we had the Oakland Raiders of the skateboard team.
Right,
We didn't
right.
have the little
I mean,
Eagle Scout guys like the Bone Brigade.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Punk rock,
Santa
man.
Cruz was
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
hit. It was like a dream team for me. It was the opposite of the Bones Brigade.
You go. Let's go break into a party at a trade show, and you'd have all these guys lined up behind you waiting to go. If I did that to the Bones Brigade, they'd have to.
Were you first in line breaking into the party?
Oh yeah.
Were you the
Then
headline?
I grabbed a beer and then
were you the
they
headline?
came in. I blamed those guys.
Well, and you want to know? And check it out, man. I mean, look at who your leader was. Look at both brands and who their leader is, and their mentality. The reason Santa Cruz was that way is because of Richard Novak.
Absolutely.
But you let these guys just be themselves. You don't try to, Stacy rounded these guys up all the time and kind of slaughtered them.
Yeah.
Hey, these guys, you let them go. It's like herding cats, but you let it go.
Right. Ross Scarp was the influence for you, or no?
I was leaning. I love Rob, but I was leaning towards the Dwayne and Olsen.
Okay.
Rob was more.
I'm from California.
I was gonna say the Ohio and Indiana thing.
Yeah. And he's a different. You got to go through every one of these guys, and each one of them have their own
individual.
And you can't say that we're ever grouped into one. They all had they were different people.
Yeah, it was just.
It was a magical umbrella you run. You guys run a magical umbrella.
Well, it's a time that'll never happen again.
Exactly.
No.
And they got to live through this
lucky
time that never is going to happen again. They're never going to have that kind of chemistry in this industry.
Mm-hmm. We're lucky to all seen it, right?
TC, you've come to another end of another show.
Well, it was a good one.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
Mr. Novak, this is your 8th appearance on the show. Thank you so much, as always, for coming on the show.
Can I get my paycheck afterwards?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep. It's in the mail.
Call Tom Ford.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, one thing about Novak, he paid you on time all the time, right?
Yeah, he's always. Are you kidding me? And how's this? I don't have a contract. I've never signed I don't need. It's unheard of these days.
Right.
But
handshake.
Yeah.
Handshake. That's wonderful.
That's how you.
Jason, thanks for coming on the show.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. As much as every day I want to die, this is the happiest. This is the reasons why I don't want to die.
Right.
This is right here.
Very cool.
So yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much, Jason, for coming on the show. Thank you very, very much. Young man, thanks for coming on the show. I know Cranny. Cranny was here too. TC, thanks, buddy.
Cranny's the man.
Want to thank Elise from Santa Cruz Waves.
Woo, thank you.
Catch the show tomorrow on offtheradio.com. We're gonna go Star Benny, TC.
Chicken piccata.
I'm gonna go with that carbonara with the marinara sauce.
Oh man.
What are you doing, Pixies? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna eat water.
You're gonna eat water. I want to thank Chris, our engineer. I want to thank the sponsor for sponsoring the show.
Thank you, Richard Novak.
Want to thank Richard Novak. Thanks everyone out there. Tune in tomorrow night to the Hour Local Radio Show, 7 8 p.m. I'll be on the air again. Got a great show for you tomorrow night too. Thanks everyone for listening. Thanks Jason. Thanks Rich. See you next week. God bless. Good night.
From Capitola to Carmel, Red Hot News Talk, AM 1080 KSCO